Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you. And I hope that today's gone well for you. Today is Sunday, July the 28th, 2024. It's about 5:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I hope you're doing well this weekend. I hope you had a good weekend, as we wind down this weekend. And, tomorrow's going to be the start of the work week. Hope you got an opportunity to enjoy this weekend and make the most of it. Hope it was fun and stress-free for you. As for me, I'm doing good. I picked up my order from the grocery store earlier. And I kind of just went for a drive. I just felt like going for a drive for some reason. And so I did that earlier. I just went driving, no destination in mind. I just hopped in the car and started driving. But this was before I went and got my groceries. Once I was done with that, I went straight to the grocery store to get my groceries. But I don't know why I had that feeling like, okay, I need to go out and drive. So I did that earlier. But then I came home and took a nap and woke up and had something on my mind again. Like I say, sometimes I just think of the most randomest stuff. And I cut the camera on and discuss it with you all. And this time, the most random thought I had in my head was movie theaters. Reasons I don't go to movie theaters. Usually, cause I'm not gonna say I'd never go to a movie theater again, but I'm just not gonna. I just don't go regularly, right? I think the main reason I don't generally go to movie theaters like that is because in general, I just think that they're overpriced. If it's not an expensive ticket, the food by far is going to be expensive, right? Everything in there is overpriced. You want to pay $5 for a little bitty box of candy, $10 for popcorn. A movie theater is the perfect place for you. Nachos, hot dogs, all this stuff is expensive. You pay almost $10 for all them items. And then the fact that all the stuff in there is extremely unhealthy. But this is something more personal to me and other people that actually care about their health. If you don't care about your health, it wouldn't matter. But for those of us who actually do care about our health, you go in a movie theater and it just gives you a general sense of uneasiness when you see the buttery popcorn, the hot dogs, the nachos, the candy, the soda, what other unhealthy? Oh, do they sell corn dogs in movie theaters? I think they do. I know some of them sell sorry about that, y'all. Phone ran out of storage again, but I really need a more professional setup. I keep telling myself I'm gonna buy one of those professional cameras, but I never actually end up doing it. I got the professional microphone, but what would go good with a professional microphone is a professional camera. So sometime in the future, I don't know. But anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, some movie theaters sell chicken tenders and chicken nuggets and all this other stuff. And even all that stuff is very unhealthy, and then combine with the fact that it's all like overpriced. It's ridiculous. Um, and the actual viewing experience of a movie, right? You go into the movie theater, you pretty much have to hope that there isn't rude people that are talking around you. You have to hope that there's no like crying baby. You have to hope that people aren't all on their cell phones or just being rude in general, like the person behind you is like kicking your seat or something like that. Just you have to hope that there isn't someone or a group of people there that like ruins the whole like viewing experience for you. So it's like you're taking a chance in general, right? But I understand the other argument to where people will say, well, you have a professional sound system with you're viewing the movie on a huge screen with a professional sound system, right? And they say sometimes the audience can like add to the movie and stuff like that. So I get that. But another thing about movie theaters is, in general, they're just not very clean places. Movie theaters in general, they don't necessarily have time to like deep clean every single seat, in between movies. And so, in general, they're just dirty places, And so that's something to consider as well. They say that movie theaters are one of the germiest places that you can go. Simply because, there's so many different people sitting in those seats. They don't deep clean that theater between every single movie. And so they just harbor a lot of germs. And so that's something to think about as well. And you compare that to just having a huge flat screen TV at home with a high quality like recliner at home, and making your snacks at home, buying your snacks from the store. That's going to be cheaper. And then streaming the movie, because a lot of people do that. You just wait till it comes out on some sort of like streaming platform, and your whole experience in general will be cheaper. You don't have to worry about like leaving your home. You don't have to worry about people talking and people being on their phones and all that other nonsense that happens at movie theaters, right? Especially when it's crowded. I mean, over the weekend, that's when movie theaters are crowded. And so there always is there's always going to be someone there that is going to, well, not always, but many times when a movie theater is crowded, there's always that one person that's doing something ridiculous that ends up at minimum like halfway ruining the experience of going and watching a movie, whether they're on their phone, whether they're talking loud, whether they're like reacting to every little thing that the person on the screen is saying. I mean, it's ridiculous. I get it. People get emotionally wrapped up in movies and stuff like that, but you don't have to blurt out every little thing that you're thinking about the character during the movie, right? That's just ridiculous. And you're messing it up for people around you, right? Hopefully, you're not sitting next to somebody who falls asleep and is snoring loudly. Hopefully, that's not the case. I've heard of that happening before. Just a lot of things with these movie theaters. They want to charge you these crazy prices. Everything in there is unhealthy. Think about this too. You think most movie theaters sell apples and oranges and actual healthy foods in the movie theaters? I've never seen it. Go in your local movie theater and ask them, do y'all sell fruits and vegetables? They probably gonna be like, if you're lucky, you might have like one thing of bananas or something that they have that they're gonna price per banana anyway. They're gonna sell each banana for like $2. I've heard of people like sneaking their own food into the movie theaters, and the price is the reason why people do that. These prices are ridiculous, and people like, you know what, I can just bring my own food in, and theaters don't really like it because they lose money. You bring your own food in instead of buying from them, but I can see why people do that. And so it's crazy. If I ever go to the movie theater, I'm more than likely not gonna buy anything. I'll probably just eat beforehand. I think the only real way that I'd probably go to a movie theater is if I was like, taking somebody out on a date or something like that. And it wouldn't be something that I do regularly anyway. No way. I tend to find other types of dates to be more romantic anyway than, just sitting there watching a movie at a movie theater, with all these people around and stuff. Like, I don't know. But that's just me. But other than that, I have really no reason to go to a movie theater. $10 for a popcorn. Like, what? And then you go to these movie theaters, and at least the one I've gone to, they have the little butter fountain thing where you press the little thing down and you put your popcorn up under this thing, and it like squirts like butter all over the top of your popcorn and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I know that can't be healthy. I know you're adding a lot of calories and saturated fat, and salt to popcorn that's already like over salted, right? And so, but I'm not gonna lie, that popcorn that they sell at the movie theaters is good. They sure add a lot of salt to their popcorn. They gonna make sure it's addicting. They gonna make sure you eat all that popcorn. And popcorn. It can be healthy, but a lot of times people do the most. They put a ton of salt and sugar and butter, and I've seen chocolate popcorn, all this stuff that makes it unhealthy, right? I mean, there is healthy chocolate, but most of the time they're not using the healthy kind of chocolate. They're using like milk chocolate or something like that and melt it onto the popcorn. But all these things, man, it's just, I'd rather just watch the movie on a streaming service. But then again, I don't really watch fictional movies like that anyway. I prefer documentaries, and they don't really show documentaries at a movie theater. You know what would be a good business idea is if there was a documentary theater, like a place that was dedicated to strictly showing like, nonfiction documentaries, like true life documentaries. I'd probably frequent a place like that more than a movie theater. Movie theater, that's nothing but actors. I want to see real life, right? There's a time and place for movies, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not a movie fanatic like that. Yeah, I prefer documentaries anyway. Documentaries would help me become a vegan in the first place, and would encourage me to get my health and wellness together. Documentaries have helped me more in life than movies have. That's what I'll say. And you don't have people getting paid millions and millions of dollars to perform in a documentary, because in a documentary they're actually being themselves. They're not acting. They're not putting on a show, right? They're not performing. They are just telling their experiences, telling their ideas, in a documentary. There's no acting in a documentary. In general. There might be some exaggerations, but it's not acting. So, a documentary theater would be cool. If it doesn't exist yet, maybe there's somewhere in the world where a documentary theater does exist, but I just haven't heard of it before. But yeah, that's my opinion on movie theaters. They overpriced and disgusting. But let me know what you think below. I really do thank you all for watching. And I'm actually probably going to upload another video later on tonight, because I had something else on my mind too about work. So stay tuned for that video. And throughout this week, I'm probably going to do a few of y'all suggestions as well. So stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching.